Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Board of Commissioners, City of Bowling Green, Kentucky. Regular meeting, City Hall, January 20th, 2026 at 4:30 p.m. We're going to begin this evening with the invocation and pledge of allegiance, and I will turn it over to Commissioner Carlos Bailey.
Today we have the Imam Sadine Ajik, and please forgive me if I'm butchering your last name, but it's an honor to have you here. He's been the Imam of the Islamic Center of Bowling Green, Kentucky for the last 18 years, and today he's going to give the invocation to the city.
Come on up. Yes, sir.
Thank you for inviting me. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of the God, the most merciful, the most compassionate. Honorable Chair, Commissioners, City staff, and members of the community. We begin with by praising God Almighty, the Lord of the worlds, the one who created humanity in diverse and commanded us to stand firmly for justice, mercy, and truth. We gather with gratitude and humility, recognizing that leadership and public service are trust. We acknowledge that every decision made in this chamber has real consequences for the lives, dignity, and future of the people we serve. O God, grant wisdom and clarity to those entrusted with responsibility. Guide them toward decisions rooted in justice, fairness, and the common good. Help them weigh differing perspectives with patience and integrity, and to act with courage when what is right is not easy. Instill in our words honesty, in our judgment balance, and in hearts humility. Protect us from arrogance, from misuse of our authority, and from neglecting the voice of those who feel unseen or unheard. O God, bless this city and all who live with it, people of every background, belief, and traditions. Bless its neighbors and families, its workers and volunteers, its elders and its youth. Grant safety on our streets, peace to our homes, and hope to those carrying heavy burdens. Remind us that true leadership is service, that strength lies in accountability, and that lasting progress is built upon compassion and justice. God, command us justice, excellence, and care for others, and forbid oppression and wrongdoings. May these values guide the decision made here today. Send peace and blessings upon the prophets and messengers of yours, who taught that us the best among people is those who bring the greatest benefit to others. O God, accept this humble prayer and allow the work done here to bring harmony, stability, lasting good for this community and for generations to come. Amen. Thank you.
Everyone to turn to the flag as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Imam. All right, Mrs. Jackson, please provide a roll call.
Commissioner Beasley Brown. Here. Commissioner Hill. Here. Commissioner Perigin.
Here.
Commissioner Bailey.
Here.
Mayor Alcott.
Here. Okay, Mr. Mizel, you have comments at this time?
Only one, Mayor. If you are in the audience and want to make public comments, please sign the register in the back corner of the room. We'll take those up after regular session.
Thank you, Mr. Mizel. First item is approval of minutes, regular meeting, January 6, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Perigin. Any discussion? None. Roll call, please.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Municipal order number 2026-9.
Municipal order approving the transfer of Kristen Graves to the position of Community Engagement Coordinator in the Fire Department.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Bailey. Mrs. Katie Schuller Ward.
Good afternoon. We
have a vacancy in the fire department, and upon that vacancy, there was an opportunity to reorganize the position. So I'd like to ask HR Manager Tiara Britt to come forward to present this recommendation.
Good evening, Mayor, Board of Commissioners. We would like to make the recommendation for the transfer of Ms. Kristen Graves from firefighter EMT to Community Engagement Coordinator. She is here with us this evening. If she would please stand. So this young lady, and when you think about a servant's heart, that's what she entails. And from 2012 to 2016, she was a recreation ministry assistant with Living Hope Baptist Church. And then she came over and worked with us as a community center coordinator in 2016 for the Parks Department. Then she was promoted in 2018 to supervisor. And then she got called again to church. So she left us for a little bit to go help at Crossland. And then in 2023, she came back to us as a firefighter EMT. Now, sometime in between then, you know, she helped us out with some mock interviews, and the fire department got a good look at her and was like, you know what, she seems to be the firefighter type. So we think she is going to do very good in this role. She is going to help us with being a liaison between HR and the fire department with job fairs and recruitment, and you name it. So she's going to be great for the job. So let us know if you have any questions.
Thank you, Tiara. Kristen, hello. Are you by yourself? You have anyone with you? All right. Well, welcome to the city. All right. All right, your new family is here tonight. All right. Well, we're going to make this official. Roll call, please.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes, congratulations, Kristen. Municipal order number 2026-10.
Municipal order approving a donation from the Mary Hammonds Estate through a Better BGKY Inc. for the Parks and Recreation Department.
Moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Beasley Brown, seconded by Commissioner Bailey. Mrs. Schaller Ward.
I'll take this one, Mayor.
Sorry.
This is a generous donation that's been offered to us from the family or estate of Mrs. Mary Hammonds. Ms. Hammonds was very involved with BG Parks and Rec, was a volunteer for our Special Olympics or adaptive sports program for many, many years. She passed away, sadly, back in August of 2024. But in her memory, her estate would like to donate $25,000 to Bowling Green Parks and Rec. And so we want to use that, of course, for some adaptive recreation programs, maybe some things for fitness as well as athletics with some youth scholarships, that sort of thing. But Brent Belcher is here, can answer any of your questions, but we are very excited about this and very grateful for this contribution. It's already been donated to a Better BG, our 501c3, but need your all's approval.
Thank you, Mr. Paizo. It's very humbling that she did this, and this is an incredible program that meant a lot to her, and this will go a long ways. So thank you.
I echo that, but Mr. Belcher, is there any family member that's here of hers?
So we were contacted by her brother sometime in late 2025 for this donation. So no, there's no family here today.
Great. Well, in honor of Mrs. Mary Hammonds, roll call, please.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Municipal order number 2026-11.
Municipal order approving a court installation at Pettigo Park in the amount of $79,017.25 with Soft Services, Inc. through Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Contract.
Moved.
Moved by Commissioner Hill, seconded by Commissioner Beasley Brown. Mr. Mizel.
This was part of our FY26 capital budget. It's for some improvements over at Pettigo Park. What this is a padded surface, roughly 60 by 64, to play a game. Actually, it'll be 2 courts you can play on. It's a game called, if I'm not messing up the pronunciation, Sepak Takraw, and it's basically foot volleyball over a net, and very, very popular sport. We're proposing to put down 2 courts over there. In your packets is kind of a map of where that's going to be placed. It's near around where the, if you're familiar where the batting cages used to be in the basketball court, we're planning on putting it right in that area. And we've also got a picture to the right of the map there showing how that sport is played. It takes some skill, I would say, to play this sport. And we're excited to put this in play over at Pettigo Park for the amount Ashley mentioned, $79,000, going with the company soft surfaces that we got through a cooperative bid. So Brent is here, can answer any questions about this project.
Hey, Commissioner. Exciting to have this addition. Brent, do we know when the storm shelter is going to break ground?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Do we know when that storm shelter is going to break ground?
No, sir, that is through, it's through the FEMA right now. I think it's in review. That, just so you know, that was our first series of shelters after the tornadoes in 21, and it was Pettigo Park, 2 at Lovers Lane, and 2 at Preston Miller, and those are all in the same timeline. So they would come at the exact same time. Those are in the approval process, if my understanding is correct on that.
Waiting on FEMA. Okay.
Yeah, yes, sir, you could say that.
Do you have something you want to show us?
This is our show and tell. This is the
Okay,
a replica of the surfacing, just trying to, this is the thickness of it, and you can kind of see, this allows the water to kind of seep through. It's really on a concrete pad. You put this on top of it. Be the only one that we have in our system, and we reached out to, obviously this is a popular sport, but we wanted to make sure to get the servicing right, if that makes sense. And so it took us, we worked with our communities as best we could to kind of find the best thing that we thought would be the safest, most durable, and something that would be a high quality for them. So that's what we came up with.
Nice.
We're
So,
excited about it.
are we gonna get rid of the batting cages that we
The
have?
batting cages were turned into, of all things, a volleyball court. So it's going to be this foot volleyball, and then one actual volleyball court, and then the storm shelter will be right there. They'll be side by side by side. The volleyball court's already at Pettigo Park.
Is it not being utilized, the batting cages?
The batting cages were not. No, that goes back to when West Little League was there, and then when it went defunct, we struggled to have use of it. So we thought this was the best way to give us a user group at Pettigo Park and increase our participation of the park.
I'm so excited that we're getting to this stage where we're getting these visuals about, this court getting put in place. And I know it. Do you know how far away is the nearest court like this?
So not an expert by any means on this. I can tell you that St. Paul, Minnesota has one. And the reason I know they have one is because we looked at kind of how we were going to shape the actual courts itself. The 2 courts is how much safety zone was needed in between. We used some of their drawings of what they have. But it's a rather rare, to be honest with you, it's not something that's easy to find on some courts that's built like with this. For Sepak Takraw is how I pronounce it anyway.
Well, I'm really excited. I know our community here is really going to enjoy it, and I know they draw from all over the nation for their gatherings because we'll have amenities like this. So thinking
Yeah,
about
they're-
in terms of tourism and our economy, I mean, it's just going to be a win-win for our whole community.
They presently play it at Lambkin Park. They'll set up their own nets and play it on grass. So we think this is a big addition to their ability to play the sport that they're already playing already.
Thank you so much. I love the creativity and thinking through and listening to the community and really bringing these great ways for people to stay active.
We'd like to give a shout out to Leda Becker as far as making, getting us in with the right side, groups to kind of make sure that we're doing things the right way. And so, yeah, that's kind of how we came about this.
Thank you, Brent. Okay, roll call, please.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Municipal order number 2026-12.
Municipal order authorizing and accepting bid number 2026-22 for lowered floor wheelchair accessible vans with side mobility access ramp from BSI LLC in an amount not to exceed $635,451.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Commissioner Bailey, second by Commissioner Hill. Mr. Mizel.
So I know at first glance, this seems like a lot of money for 3 vans, but these are equipped for 8 accessible handicap buses. You can fit up to 12 wheelchairs in these vans. They're low to the ground, easy to get in and out of. We had some funds left from our transit money, and very low cost on our part to match those grants and funding. And so we're proposing to purchase 3 of these. We went out for bid. This was an evaluated bid, 50% cost, 25% reference, and 25 availability on inventory. BSI LLC out of Winchester, Ohio, which was deemed to be the best vendor on these at a total cost of $635,451, and we're recommending to proceed with this purchase. Brent Childers is here. Tim McWhorter is here with our transit system, and can answer any of your questions you might have on this one. Nick Cook worked on this as well. So, any questions on this one? Or did I miss anything, Tim? Or
I just have a few
I'm
questions.
sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
We've had trouble getting. We've got 5 big buses on order, been on order for some time now. Still waiting. We think these will come in before the 5 buses we ordered, and these are a lot more nimble to get around town, easier to get on and off, especially with ADA. So recommend approval.
So I didn't see a visual in this packet, so I was just checking to see. It says van. So does it look like a van, or does it look like a transit bus like we have? Or I wasn't sure about that wording.
Are built on the Ram ProMaster platform, so they're not a minivan. They're like a bigger, like utility van with a side ramp. I can send you a picture. We have 2. We bought 2 3 years ago, and they've really been very versatile because we can run ADA individual service, or we can put them on a route because we can haul enough people that we can run a route. So they're similar to what our animal control vans are. It's the same platform. It's just the upgrades on the inside make it a transit van versus having cages in it for dogs and cats. And so it's. I mean, you can stand up. I can stand up inside of it, if that tells you a sense of how tall they are and what size they are.
Okay.
Yep.
And then what kind of hole does this fill kind of in our service? Like, what will this help us be able to do better?
So this really allows us some flexibility. So as I talked about, we've traditionally had minivans before we got into the ProMaster side of it, and that you can only haul 1-2 people, and so you can't stack on a pair transit. Now with these, you can go run 3 or 4 people at the same time and drop them off on a pair transit. But also, if you need to put it out in service on fixed route, we can. These don't require CDLs. So if we have drivers that are coming up, haven't gotten their CDLs yet, they can still run a route in one of these where they can't in a transit bus. So buses, once you get across 15, you have to have a CDL for public carrying. And this gives us that flexibility to kind of, we need to jump in over here. It can go over here. It can do multiple things. That's why we really like these. The other thing I will add is this is all in one purchase. So there is the vehicle, but we also included in the purchase of the vehicle the radios, the signs, the decals, the tablets, the software, the speakers, the lights, everything that goes inside is part of this purchase from this, as opposed to us just buying the van and then turning around and going to 27 different vendors and buying all the components that we need to go in the van. We're doing it all in one, so it's one purchase, one PO, one bid, and it's a lot easier on us, and it's a lot more streamlined with all the grant requirements.
The one last question I had was, is it flexible seating, or is it just open space for the 12 wheelchairs that it can fit?
There are fixed seats in there.
There are,
And
okay.
so you can get these in a lot of different combinations. It really comes down to the wheelchair seating is what is kind of set. Because with those, you have to have lockdown straps. So once they come up on the ramp, and you want that as close to the end of the ramp. So I think this is a 9-2, so 9 seats with 2 wheelchair seats. And so you can get those in different configurations. I think that's the configuration that we chose as part of this. But once they're set, they're set. But they're ramps, they're not lifts. So they're a lot easier to maintain and take care of, as opposed to having a big heavy lift off the side of a vehicle also.
Thank you so much. Just one additional question from what he mentioned around the larger buses that we have coming. Since our ridership is up, I'm getting emails and things about our buses getting full on our popular routes, especially the shopping routes getting full quickly. So do you have an update on when you think we might get
Tune
those?
in, I will say, tune in for Thursday's conversation about some other updates about that. So here's the thing, we ordered them, we've been waiting for years. They were ready to ship, and 4 of them? 5 have a recall from the manufacturer. So we're stuck waiting on a defroster defect, and they can't ship them, they can't sell them to us, they cannot provide them to us because they're under recall. So we're waiting on Ford to fix the recall so they can fix the components, and then we can have the van. We got one of them, so we do have one. So, yeah, we're excited because we've been waiting for years and years to get these here.
But they haven't given us a timeline.
No, we do
on
not have a
anything.
timeline on that.
Okay.
And they can't do anything until Ford comes up with the recall fix and everything. So we are literally just waiting on somebody else to fix it.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
So, one more question, Mayor, to Brent. On the, of the $635,000, is it 14,000 total city match, or is it 14 per van?
$14,094 total. So 98% of this is being paid for with federal and state funds.
It's a lot of leverage.
The city
That's good.
is only contributing, because we had to round it out, we were 2% short.
2%.
We were short $14,000, so the city had to contribute to round out to get to the 635 to get us the third one.
Okay, thank you.
So we thought that was a good deal for us, so, thank you all.
That's a great deal, and I appreciate you guys getting it, because it only makes it a little bit, you ain't got to come back, Brent. But it makes it a little bit more easier for like a lot more people who may not be able to be accessible to those other vans. So thank you for getting these things, because it's going to be more accessible. And it's also going to help out, as you said, for someone who's waiting on the CDL license, they could be taking people around and stuff. So thanks, it's going to help out.
Okay, no further questions. Good update. Thank you, Brent. Roll call, please.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Municipal order number 2026-13.
Municipal order approving city road system list for the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Perigin, second by Commissioner Hill. Mr. Mizel.
So we were asked by Kentucky Transportation Cabinet to give them a list of all of our city maintained roads. Kind of an odd request, but we did it. Thanks to Melissa. Melissa put in, I'm sure, a lot of work on this, but in your packets is those page after page listing of city streets. So this is what we have turned into, or going to turn into the state, and we just need your approval to release this. This is all the city maintained roadways throughout our 42 square miles roughly in the city. And as you can see, it's quite the list. So, Melissa, do you have anything to add? Okay.
Good work.
We maintain these pretty closely with our GIS. We have to report it in our audit and a lot of other places, so we had it
This
ready.
kind of came at me from left field. They do maintain a list, and I often use their maps. They tag all of our city streets with a CS number. The counties would be a CR number. So they sent me the list to start with, and I combed it. I can only look at it so much daily. So I just wanted to make sure it was pretty close, because as I understand it, if they don't have a lot of these in the system, if we apply for funding, whether it be a municipal aid or things like that, if it's not in there, it can cause, a kink in the system. So we wanted to make sure if they were private roadways, that they weren't listed, if they were driveways, that they weren't listed. So we did the best we could. So I don't think this is done very often, but I think it's very helpful for the counties, because oftentimes they don't have the inventory intact like we do. Helps them get the resources together for basically funding purposes, if anything else. So.
Know how many miles this totaled up to?
Do not. The city, though, last account was 289 centerline miles of streets, which is more lane miles if you multiply that by 2 or 2.5 or 3.
Okay.
So.
Yes, Lord. Is there a way, I'm glad that this is out there, and I don't know why they asked for it as well, but one of the questions we always get And I know we have the GIS and a lot of people go to it. I go to it myself. But this is like something that people can look at. Because a lot of times I'll get a request or I'll get like an email that'll be like, why did you guys mess up the bypass? And we didn't ever vote on the bypass. So this right here tells exactly the streets that the city basically are covered and stuff.
This system is maintained on the KYTC website. They have several maps. If you go to KYTC Maps, there's a general highway map, and you can search. Of course, you search by number, or I believe you can click on the actual link in the map, and it'll pull up. If it's a CS, it's a city. If it's a CR, it's a county road. There's other labels. I'm not sure how deep that goes. Now, our GIS has a layer that is city maintained. So if it does not highlight, when you pull up that layer, that means that is not a city maintained street, as I understand it. That's the last time I looked at it, it was that way. So the bypass would not show up highlighted if you pick city maintained streets. I always tell people if it's a route, we often call Nashville Road, but it's US 31. So if it is a route and it has a number, those are not city maintained streets. Scottsville Road, Cemetery Road, 234, 231, 6880, those are all state maintained. So that's an easy way to, of course, not everybody sees both sides. They don't see the name and the route often, so I understand the confusion.
But the reason why I ask that is because if you just click on this, people can look at it
Yes.
immediately and they can see it. Because a lot of people may not be as tech savvy,
With
so
the
they may
GIS.
not go to like the GIS website and they may not go to the other website. I'm wondering if we need to put that out there where they can just easily see it. So they,
Let me see if we can link to it. I think that might be the easiest, but let me also look at their map to see how easily navigated it is, because it may not be as easy as this seems. You often have to know the route number to pull it up. So, but definitely we'll look into that. And if nothing else, we can put that in a link on our page to take you to their page.
One other follow-up question.
Yes.
So if we annex, a new neighborhood after we've given them this list, and then, we want to apply for a grant for those annexed, new annexed
That gets
area.
updated, apparently, because there were
Okay.
several, I'm not sure that discussion between our GIS and their, but I know it goes on behind the scenes. The latest streets that we either annex, like Freeport Road, subdivisions that we accept, we take those in, you guys approve those are in there. So I didn't have to correct those.
Okay.
It
So it's
was-
automatically those get
Uh-huh.
added. Okay, great.
Somebody manages that, yes.
Thank you.
No further questions. Thank you, Melissa. Roll call, please.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Ordinance number BG 2026-1, first reading, non-binding.
Ordinance naming street. Ordinance approving the naming of an unnamed frontage road along Scottsville Road to Dan Renshaw Way.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Commissioner Perigin, second by Commissioner Hill. Mr. Mazel.
Public Works Department received an application to rename a section of frontage road on Scottsville Road. It's in front of Renshaw Automotive Group. As you all may know, Mr. Renshaw passed away last August. He was also, his wife has been deceased, and they were very big donors and very generous citizens of Bowling Green. Donated to Renshaw's Early Childhood Center for Autism, and as well as SkyPack and a lot of other things around Bowling Green, Warren County. So they have requested to name that frontage road, I think, Dan Renshaw Way, after Mr. Renshaw, and we see no problem with doing that. There are no properties that have an address on that road currently. The dealership itself is addressed as Scottsville Road. And so we checked with 911 and other places, and no one had a problem with it. So we're recommending that we go ahead and allow them to rename that section of the frontage road Dan Renshaw Way. Melissa is here, can answer any questions about this one.
Mr. Mazel, Commissioners. Roll call, please.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Municipal Order Number 2026-14.
Municipal order authorizing payment to the Warren County Property Valuation Administrator for fiscal year 2026.
So moved. Second.
By Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Perigin. Mr. Mizel.
As you all know, each year we are required by KRS 132 to pay the PVA for their work on our property tax assessment. And anytime you exceed $6 billion in assessment, you pay the max amount, which is $100,000. And so we are way over $6 billion. We're at $7.9 billion in total assessment for the city. And our bill here to the PVA is due, and just need your approval to pay the $100,000 to Warren County PVA. Aaron Ballou can answer any questions you might have on this one. But we got everything we needed, and property tax bills got out, and we're past it. We're done.
Mr. Mizel, questions? None. Roll call, please.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey. Alcott.
Yes. Municipal Order Number 2026-15.
Municipal order approving payment in lieu of taxes agreement among the City of Bowling Green, the County of Warren, the Board of Education of Warren County, and Kroger Limited Partnership 2, doing business as Country Oven Bakery, related to the construction and expansion of an industrial facility in the City of Bowling Green.
So moved.
Second.
By Commissioner Brown, second by Commissioner Bailey. Mr. Mizel.
You all probably saw the press release on this recently, but we were fortunate enough to keep this expansion here at Country Oven Bakery out on Pioneer Drive. This is a $204 million capital investment to their facility to add more lines and create 550 additional jobs. As part of the incentive package, we offered them a payment in lieu of tax agreement. As the memo from Meredith says, we're going to give them 100% abatement years 1 through 3. That drops to 75% years 4 and 5, and then it'll go to 50% years 6 through 10. After that, they'll pay 100% property tax on that facility. Meredith is here, can answer any questions from the chamber, but we ask for your support on this one.
Thank you, Mr. Mizel. Meredith, thank you for being here. Good evening to you. Questions from commissioners?
Meredith, can I ask you a question? Are they going to be manufacturing the same things that they're manufacturing? Is it just more volume, or are they
So
adding?
this was actually a retention project for us, and they had the ability to either do an expansion here or actually move the whole facility to another state. And so actually, we were very grateful that we won the expansion and were able to retain all of the jobs here in Bowling Green and Warren County, but they still will be making all the delicious treats that we all love today.
It's not a new line or anything like that. They're just growing and needing more. Okay.
We're all eating more cake, apparently.
We are eating more cake. Okay. That's great. Thank you for digging in there and keeping them here.
We appreciate your support. They have been a pillar of our community for a long, long time, and we want them to stay forever, so.
We certainly do not want to lose Country Oven Bakery or any other of our strong manufacturing base, so thank you very much for that work.
Thank you.
Thank you, Meredith. No further questions? Roll call, please.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Municipal Order Number 2026-16.
Municipal order approving the reappointment of Tim Robinson to the Bowling Green Warren County Regional Airport Board.
So moved.
Second.
By Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Perigin. This came to me from Susan Harmon, our airport board manager, and Tim has been serving. He actually has some expertise with drones and has brought his expertise, and she's asked for him to continue serving on the board, and he's willing, and he's done a great job, and it's my recommendation to have Tim Robertson continue to serve. Okay, thank you all. Roll call, please.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Okay. At this time, we're going to take public comments. Mr. Jackson's going to check. I'll remind our audience, if we have comments, great. You'll come up to the podium, introduce yourself, and I will give you 5 minutes by the clock. And I'll have a little timer up here, and I'll let you know when you're at 3 minutes, when you're at 2 minutes, and you're at 1 minute. Okay, and I have on the list Wyatt Sutherland. Come on up. Hello, Wyatt. I'm going to start a little clock. Is that all right?
That's fine.
All right. The floor is yours, Wyatt.
Greetings, members of the City Commission and Council. Thank you very much for opening this floor to the people of your city. I look forward to sharing this statement with you. My name is Wyatt Sutherland, and I represent the Bowling Green Community Defense. And I'm here to deliver a statement on behalf of Bowling Green Community Defense. We, the Bowling Green Community Defense, are issuing a call to our local government and law enforcement to commit to protecting and serving all people of Bowling Green. We recognize that this must include immigrants, permanent residents, asylum seekers, and undocumented residents who call our city home. The people of Bowling Green have watched as ICE has been terrorizing communities abroad, and the people of Bowling Green have personally experienced what happens when federal agents act outside of the law, when our neighbor Ernesto was taken illegally. It is our duty to ensure nothing like this ever happens again. To guarantee this protection and true accountability, we demand the following: a citywide ban on any officer or federal agent wearing masks. A citywide mandate that all badges be clearly visible, guaranteeing they are easily identifiable and held accountable for their actions, they being local police and federal agents. Finally, a pledge from our local law enforcement to never sign any 287G agreement that would partner them with ICE in any capacity. Let us be clear, the people of Bowling Green are no one's victims, and we, as the Bowling Green Community Defense, do not intend on bending our knees to ICE. We are issuing this call to action to our local officials and our local law enforcement, but we stand opposed and ready to expose the illegal actions of ICE in this city. Bowling Green has always been a city that welcomes immigrants and celebrates their vital contributions. We are a global city, and we demand to remain one. That is all today.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
I had a name. I want to make sure. Do you want to?
I kind of spoke for me, but I would like to say just a few.
Come on up, Mrs. Haynes. I'll reset the clock for you,
Thank you.
Claudia.
I'm not going to be that long. My name is Claudia Haynes. I have lived in Bowling Green since I was 9 years old. I just wanted to briefly talk about my experience with Bowling Green and our community, and that we have always been a diverse and rich and very welcoming community. And we in the community, especially this group that I am also affiliated with, the Bowling Green Defense, we want our city to remain welcoming and diverse and protected. This is our city government. You are it. And we depend on you to protect us and to keep us safe. But that means all of us, not just the ones who have all the money and the ones who have all the property. There are, I can't imagine Bowling Green without Anna's restaurant. It's been a hub. There are so many wonderful people who pay taxes and are not criminals and should not be treated that way. If a person is awaiting citizenship and hasn't gone through the whole process, that doesn't mean they're a criminal. Immigration laws are not violations of crime. It is a civil issue, and you don't need to put a 6-year-old child in plastic restraint. That just breaks my heart. And I think we can do better, and I think we must do better. And we appeal to you. You folks do a lot of good, and we know your heart's in the right place, and please hear us. Thank you.
Thank you, Claudia. Okay. Our next schedule for our BOC is actually a strategic goal planning session that we are having at the Hot Rods, or we are going to conduct at the Hot Rods upstairs in the performance room. And that will begin, I believe, at 8 o'clock and scheduled around 4:30, a regular working day. And then we are adjourned. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.